Luke chapter 16 begins with the parable of the unjust steward. Now this, for many, has been one of the most difficult parables to understand. And in this parable, Jesus teaches a story about a steward. Now in the times of the Bible, a steward was somebody who was given some discretionary authority. He would have some measure of decision-making authority. Of course, he has to give an answer for it. He has to give an accounting for his decisions. And if he makes bad decisions, he could end up losing his job. So such was the case with this steward. He is called in by his master, and the owner says, I have a report that your expenses have been too high. You've been accused of wasting the company funds, and we're going to do an accounting. We're going to audit your department. And he realizes that once they do the audit, that he's going to end up getting fired. And so he's in a dilemma. What is he going to do? Should he try to squeeze more out of all of his customers and try to make up the difference? At this point, it's probably too late. And so what he realizes is, what I should do instead is make some friends. So he calls all of his customers and he says, how much do you owe? And he reduces their debt, basically. Now, this is the point that has been difficult for many people to understand, because some people have said, well, how could he do such a thing? It seems dishonest. Well, it would only be dishonest if he didn't have the legal right to do that. But remember, he's a steward. And so in this case, he may have been vested with some discretionary authority to make those decisions. Of course, if he makes bad decisions, then he could get fired. But in his case, he's going to get fired anyway. So he decides, I'd rather make some decisions that involve making friends and put friendship above money. And that's really the point of this parable. Jesus says you can't serve two masters. You can't serve God and mammon. You're going to have to serve one or the other. And what he says is, use the unrighteous mammon to make friendships, and so that when your money fails, they'll receive you into everlasting habitations. The everlasting habitation speaks of these eternal relationships. It really speaks of the values of the kingdom of God, where we put human relationships above material things. What are you going to cling to? What are the most important things in your life? Is it those heavenly relationships that you have, those spiritual relationships that you're not going to sell out that friendship? Or is it just gathering material things unto yourself? Some commentators have wondered if perhaps the steward was eliminating the unfair interest rates. And in such a case, of course, that would be legal and fair. And if so, then he's treating them the way he would want to be treated. Of course, still, the company may see it differently, but in this case, his employer actually praised him. I think what he saw his wisdom in maintaining good relationships, even though he was going to lose his job. And secondly, we have a saying in English, the customer's always right. And it's this principle of take care of your customers, good customer relationships. And I think that we can learn that principle from this parable as well. That when we take care of people, when we treat people the way that we want to be treated, even if it costs you in the short term, we're going to win in the long term.